Well, the Denver Metro Chamber Leadership Foundation has the honor of celebrating exceptional community leaders. And this year, they have an impressive slate of finalists for the 9 News Leader of the Year and the Better Student Leader of the Year. Such a fabulous event, and more to share. Here to share more about this exciting time for leadership, it's Jerome Davis, president of the Denver Metro Chamber Leadership Foundation. Hello, Jerome. How are you?
Wonderful, Claudia. How are you doing?
I'm great. This is one of the events I just love every single year, and I can't believe it's April again.
Yes.
And here we are. But why is it important to recognize leaders in the community?
No, that's a great question, and the way we look at it is there are a lot of great leaders in our community. One of the things we try to do within this process is sort of really elevate those that might just be a little bit under the radar, maybe well known in their sectors or industry, and through this process of identifying these community leaders, we really amplify them and the work they do and honor them. And so just highlighting those many everyday community leaders that just go about their work every day to make Colorado better.
That's absolutely true and very well said, Jerome. Now, what do you want viewers to know about the importance of strong leadership right here in our city and cities around, really?
Yeah. Leadership is really a game changer, and when we look at these 3 finalists, the thing that sticks out about them is 2 things. One, they're really about civil discourse. They understand how to be in a room and how to have a difference of opinion, but really focus on how do we bring resolution to what's going on, and that's the second big thing they do. They're really focused on how to unite individuals on very complex, challenging issues we have in our community and state to really say, how do we fix this? They're not about having the accolades come to them. They're always about pushing others forward in that sort of leadership realm to make them get those accolades, because they're really about how do we get the solutions here to get things done.
Right. Now, the nominees, because there's a lot. How does that process work when you first get, I'm sure, a list of nominees and to narrow it down?
Yeah. So our process usually starts in September. We open it up and let the community know, hey, submit any nominees in terms of community leaders. This year we got over 30 nominees that were submitted.
Wow.
Every one of them tremendously could have been in this seat in terms of a finalist. We narrow the 30 down to 6, which is a very challenging proposition on its own. And then from that, we have interviews with all 6 to bring that down to the 3 finalists that we have right now.
Oh my goodness. Now, we are showing those 3 finalists right now.
Yes.
What happens once you have it down to 3? Because I'm sure that gets even harder. You start to learn more about them.
Yeah, so once we get them down to 3, the great thing about that is we then go through a process of saying, meet the finalists. And so our partners here at 9 News are really great about that. We had an event scheduled for last week, and of course, Mother Nature kind of tried to come in and knock everyone out, but you know what? We've worked through it, great technology, and we're able to put them in through a Zoom where we have the ability to go and meet them. And so just a great process to get to learn more deeply about who they are and what their journey was that brought them to where they are right now. So
I'm sure you hear incredible stories from each and every one of the nominees, really, but any one of the stories from past winners that have stood out to you, Jerome?
You know, we celebrated 25 years last year, and what was great about that is we brought all of our leaders back in terms of honoring the last year's leader. So we were able to get 22 of our 24
I was there,
leaders.
yep.
It was an outstanding event, brought such great memory about everything. And the important thing about it was it allowed us to sort of go back and see some of the great things of what went on in terms of leaders throughout that process. And so the stories are mind-boggling in terms of what we had. For instance, our first 9 News Leader of the Year, Rob Cohen, who has been instrumental in terms of the leadership of trying to bring major sports events like the Winter Olympics or World Cup here to Colorado. That happens because of his leadership and many others that have gotten around that. And 25 years ago, he was the first nominee of that. So, yes.
Oh, that again, the stories you hear, really inspirational. Now, what can people do to get more involved with this process, with everything that you guys do, really?
Sure, thank you. Well, listen, one thing you cannot do is you cannot attend the lunch now because we are sold out.
You're saying
Yes,
750 people?
750 people. It has
Wow.
grown every year. So thank you to both 9 News and helping us get that out. But also our nominees really help drive that and
Sure.
seeing that. But you can, couple of ways you can help. One, you can certainly go to our website and do the vote. And we love to get our community involved and vote for who you feel, after you look at the stories, who you feel should be an honoree. All three are great. The second thing you can do is, even though you cannot attend it, this luncheon, Leading Colorado Luncheon, it benefits our scholarship fund in terms of ensuring anyone could get through any of our programs. So if you're so inclined, you're also welcome to make donations through our foundation there on our website to help the process.
Wonderful. Both good opportunities to get involved. And listen, you can vote for one of those awesome individuals. Well, we're excited about April 11th, which is when we will know who is this year's leader of the year. This is amazing. Thank you, Jerome, for putting all this together and for being with us this morning.
Thank you, Claudia. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Okay, everyone, help celebrate 50 years of leadership Denver. You can join the Denver Metro Chamber Leadership Foundation and vote for who you think should be named the 9 News Leader of the Year. Go to denverleadership.org/leadingco.